freeze people, which is kind of like, oh, that's kind of a stupid attack. I always expect my villains to be more clever than that, but that guy I just didn't care for. Pirates, and then he did Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End. I agree with him on that film. That film's absolute shit. Star Trek Generations, um, don't care about it. Independence Day, he likes that. He does like that film. It's just, I honestly, that movie I just don't care for, and I don't know why they're making a sequel.
Yeah, it's like I haven't seen that film in like a long time. The only time, in fact, I think I only saw it in theaters once, and that was what, mid-90s. So it's like practically almost 20 years ago.
Yeah. Independence Day, especially since I think one of the reasons they're doing it is because probably The Rock's going to be in it. In fact, I'll put money down The Rock's going to be in the next Independence Day film.
No Will Smith.
Yeah, it'll probably be The Rock this time. It'll be like, oh, goody. So that means it'll be really bad then, since The Rock's track record has, for the most part, been absolute shit. Like, why can't he do good films? Does he have some... But anyways, Confused Matthews, he thinks that's a great sci-fi campy film, Independence Day. Transformers, a lot of it. He likes that film for the special effects. That's it. Everything else he really doesn't like. Tungsten, I see his point on Transformers. I think out of all the three Transformer films, it's the only decent one of the three. Still stupid as hell with really bad writing, but the most tolerable. I actually think Dark Side of the Moon is by far the worst of the three Transformers films. Shia LaBeouf looking for a job is not exciting. That's just stupid. Oh, and throwing a political joke in there. That's even worse.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about, the picture.
It wasn't that. There was actually a scene where he goes, he's in an interview, he goes, oh, I got a picture with President Obama. And then the guy goes, well, we're all Republicans here, so you're not going to get the job. I'm just like, why put that in there? There's no point to that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I didn't like that. I hate when they force political jokes when they're not necessary for a film. G.I. Joe Retaliation, you have a bit of explaining to do on that one.
So you're saying that the G.I. Joe sequel is far worse?
Yeah. Well, no, they put an actual politician in the film, an actual politician in real life. I'm just like, why? I don't want to know what they vote in this film. I don't want to know what political party the president is on. I don't care. Why put that in there? You fucking film. And then they did the Fox News joke, which, okay, Fox, whether or not you want to believe whether or not they fair and balanced their stuff, I'm not going to, it's people's opinions, but the Fox News jokes died around 2008. They're dead. They're only used for when people are desperately trying to write humor in their films.
Look at it this way: if Bruce Willis can't save a movie, then you're pretty much shot to hell.
Yeah. Well, Bruce Willis, I think he had Alzheimer's in the new G.I. Joe film. Yeah, he looked like, I was like, okay, wow. Let's see. Next, he did Armageddon. Hit and missed that one. That's just more or less. I just didn't care for that film. Star Wars: The Clone Wars, the movie. Oh God, I hate that film.
Well, I mean, certain parts I didn't care for, like not having the main theme and having a voiceover to start the film up. I mean, why? I mean, I know they were setting up the TV show, but it was okay. I mean, one good thing I liked about the movie is I can see that. I'm not saying it's perfect at all. By God, it's not perfect. I enjoy watching it, but the part I enjoyed out of the film is the mentoring between Anakin and what was her name?
Ahsoka.
Ahsoka.
Tampon.
Yeah. Oh, so
that's what Confused Matthew calls her. I'm just like, yeah. And he calls Anakin in Clone Wars Wood Stump. I'm just like, that's perfect age for them.
Yeah, it's like. I like the element that they went with the character of Anakin, where the character starts off thinking, oh, I'm this badass who I don't need to teach anyone anything, I'm against it. And then 1/3 of the film, he's like, you never would have made it as Obi-Wan's Padawan, but you might make it as mine. And it's like you see the shift, and you know, I haven't seen the rest of the show. In fact, I haven't even finished season one, which I gotta go back and do that. I mean, if the show is even redeemable in later seasons, by all means, people let me know, and I'll check out the other seasons.
Well, as far like I said, well, one reason I didn't like that film was because of first the plot is really pointless. It's oh, we have to save Jabba's kid. You know, the slaver who's slaving people, killing people, doing fucked up things, and yet they need him so they can get to keep the supplies lines open. And the thing that makes no sense is like, wait, you have an army. Um, Fly one of your big star destroyer ships down. Say, either open them, or we're blasting your ass, and we're not fucking around. I mean, these are Jedi from the prequel. They're pretty much evil assholes who don't give a shit.
I mean, my understanding of the Jedi is that, according to Samuel L. Jackson's character of crap, I forgot his name. Oh yeah, Mace Windu. He said it in the Clone Wars, Attack of the Clones, the film.
Right.
We're protectors of the peace, not soldiers. So basically, if there's a threat out there, we'll defend, but we don't go out looking for trouble. No.
But let's see after that. But yeah, Clone Wars, I agree with him on. Golden Compass, that movie just, honest to God, doesn't really. That movie has a lot of problems. 2001: A Space Odyssey, never seen that film. War of the Worlds was terrible. Knowing was just looked stupid. 2010, the year that we made contact, he liked that film. He said it was a lot better than 2001. I've never seen 2001, people, so don't get on me about that film. No Country for Old Men, Kill Bill. I agree with him, two parts on that film. The Departed, I haven't seen enough of that film. Iron Man 2, agree with him most part. Titanic. I agree more with Redler Media on Titanic than anyone else. I think he brought the best points about that film with Titanic. Minority Report, didn't care for it. Superman Returns, agree with him for the most part with that film. That movie had
right?
What?
He hated the film.
Well, he basically brought the point that that Superman Returns had no clue what the hell it wanted to be. Is it an action film? Is it going to be a remake of a new remake, or is it going to be a sequel to the other films? It was never really, just didn't have a clue what it wanted to be. The 2005 King Kong film, I saw his points. I don't agree with them, but yeah, sure, I guess he's got some points. X-Men 3 Last Stand, yeah, pretty much. That's another film that had too many fucking villains in it. And The Producers. Never seen Producers, but yeah, that's some of the stuff he hated. What I wanted to just bring up is the fact that he's going, first and foremost, he hates The Lion King.
It's a classic.
I know, but he hates that film, and I honestly disagree with him really on that one. He basically says Simba's a spoiled little brat. Well, the thing is, he's a prince. So yes, he's going to be a spoiled little brat. But his father was teaching him how to become a noble, wise king. And you could tell when you saw the father in him that Mufasa was teaching him all how everything works. And he was disciplining him too when he fucked up. Granted, he wasn't being his ass, but Mufasa was basically saying, yeah, you putting Nal's life in danger and going to that elephant graveyard was stupid, and he was letting Simba have it. It was, and then again, also Matthew said, oh, wait, Simba realized that his roar wouldn't be strong enough to get that stampede? Well, the thing is, he watched his father die. He is emotionally fucked right. Simba is emotionally completely fucked up right now. So yeah, he's not thinking logically. He's just emotionally thinking, I murdered my father. And Scar could easily manipulate that.
Yeah, so. Which is what Scar did. He's like, you're the fault for why your father died. So, leave and never come back, or let everyone know what you did.
Yeah, and yes, I will admit Simba does have a bit of an ego when he's a kid, but at the same time, he's a prince. So yeah, he's gonna have a little ego going in there. But yeah, I do somewhat agree he does have a bit of an ego, but at the same time, I knew he was going to grow as a character. He was going to grow as an adult. Then he said also that the relationship between he and Nala was pointless. I'm like, no, not really. They knew each other when they were kids, and there was always a spark there. Even when they were kids, you could tell they both really did care about each other. So that one I didn't agree with him either on.
Wasn't Lion King basically inspired off of
Hamlet.
Hamlet?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is
Except
the sequel even worth?
I never saw the symbol, but in he
Oh, you never saw
also
the sequel?
no, but never saw Simba's Pride, but in the Lion King he also hated Timon and Pumbaa. He thought they were villains.
they they were comic relief.
Yeah, they were basically the Disney stoners. Because I was just seeing what they're saying there, I'm like going, all they need is a bong and they're set because they are stoners. And the thing with Matthews, he's saying they're manipulating this kid to do being lazy and stuff. I'm like, what would you have him do exactly, Matthews? Like, what? Go back and say, "Hey, Scar, you're not gonna stop me, even though I'm a cub and you're a full out grown ass lion. I'm not. I'm gonna do my duties and stop you." Yeah. What are you exactly gonna do? You're about 5 foot nothing, Simba. So yeah, I was just like, at that point, Timon and Pumbaa. I mean, there's really not. They're in a situation, Disney with the Lion King. You're in a situation where you really couldn't do much at that point with except make two characters like Timon and Pumbaa. I mean, it's just like a lot of it. I think he was too hard. I think Lion King, honestly, I think that movie. I don't know why he hates that movie. He explains it, but at the same time, it's like not really. All that can be actually explained. Granted, I don't think it's a great film. I do think it's a good film, though. I do like Lion King. So that one I cannot agree with him on. But the thing I really wanted to bring up was the fact he's going to go after one movie he hates, and I am stunned he hates this movie because it's one of my favorites. Tim Burton's Nightmare Before Christmas. Yeah, he's going after Tim Burton's Nightmare Before Christmas. I'm like, what? I thought of all people he'd love that film. But I mean, honestly, I. There are times where I don't understand why. I'm gonna watch his review of that one and find out why he didn't like it. But I can't. I don't know why he's going after that film. I mean, if he goes after the saying it's never explained what Jack Skellington wants, it is explained. He's tired of doing the same thing over and over again. If he says the relationship between he and Jack and the love interest are, it's forced, it's not forced. It's never really forced. I mean, they're throwing a villain in the last minute. Pixar does that with a lot of their films. They'll throw a villain in there at the last minute. So I cannot really understand why Confused Matthews is going after Tim Burton's Nightmare Before Christmas. But honestly, people, I like his reviews. He's actually one of the best, one of my favorite reviewers on YouTube. I just, going after that film, just really, I don't understand why he's doing that. One of the greatest films of all time, yet he's going after it, which really bugs me. So yeah, but you should check out Confused Matthew sometime. Anyways, onto your topic, since I've rambled enough.
Let's see. Yeah, the the announcement from Comic Con, which I know this is old news by now. The film that is basically Man of Steel 2, the Superman Batman World's Finest. I don't know if it's going to be World's Finest or Man of Steel 2, but the bomb was dropped at Comic Con 2013 that yes, Man of Steel 2 is happening, and they're going to bring in Batman. And I forgot I don't know who the actor's name, the one who played the Colonel. At least I think he was the Colonel. He's basically the guy in Man of Steel that's in opposition against Superman, thinking, oh well, you might go against us someday, so we got to keep tabs on you, buddy. He reads the line from Frank Miller's Dark Knight Returns, saying, the whole line of, I want you